Hello guys, today in this video I'm gonna show you how to make a guess the number game in Scratch, like this one. So what is a guess the number game? It's basically a game. You set how many guesses you want it to have, and then you choose a number between 1 and any number. So I chose 1 to 100 with 8 guesses always. So I'll try 50. When 50 is too low, you have to try a higher number. For example, 75 and 65, because 75 is too high. When 65 is also too high, I'll try 55. When 55 is too high, I'll try 53. When 53 is too high, I'll try 52. And then and between 50 and 52 there's 51, so correct. Do you want to try again? And when I put yes, it says can you guess the number 1 to 100? Then I'll put 50 again. 50 is too low. Put 75 is too high. 65 is too high. 55 is too high. 51 is too low. 52 is too low. 54 is correct. You want to try again? And when I put no, it actually stops the whole program. So that's what I've programmed, and this I'll teach you step by step. Okay, now there are different varieties to do it, but I will do the one which is actually what most of the people should expect, or maybe expected, but okay. First, one flag click, and then just go to the position. That's basics, and then my rename variable to random number. Okay, now we have this. So set random number to pick random 1 to 100, because just because I named it random number doesn't mean it's programmed what to do. So now it picked random number. Make sure this box is not ticked, because then I know the random number. When I guess it, I have it right in one shot. So don't tick this box, okay? Okay, now what we want to do is take a loop, okay? And go to sensing. And then ask. And then, can you guess the number 1 to 100? Okay. And question mark to make it riddly. And then we need 3 if-then statements. This is still the easy part, so 3 if-then statements. And then go to operators. Okay, we need greater than, less than, and equal to. Okay? And now what we want is look for this answer one. Answer block, there's ask block, there's an answer. So for this, can you guess the number 1 to 100? If answer is greater than this random number, set variable, and then you want it to say, for example, too high. Try again. So say, wait. Oh, okay. Say too high. Wait, I forgot. 2 high, comma, trunk, and okay, now we've got this. And then you wanted to say almost the same thing, but just with 2 low, comma, space, try again. Okay, now we've got this. Now what we want is if answer equals random number, we want it to ask, for example, correct. Do you want to try again? Okay. Correct. Do you want to try again? And then question mark. Okay. Now we've got this. Now we need another 2 if then statements for 2 if then statements for yes and no. So we need to, this is actually this and this, but please put those 2 if then statements in this, in the other, if in this under ask correct you want to try again, not in this, because then this answer will respond to this one. But if you put it under correct you want to try again, then it will only respond to this one. If answer equals no, then we want it to say bye bye bye. Thank you. Wait. Thank you for playing. And then we want to stop the whole program. So yeah, we want to stop the whole program. Now, if answer equals yes, then we want to start over, okay? But that comes later. As you saw here, we have a variable for how many guesses. So the same thing, what we're going to do is, but this is how many guesses I made. I want a variable how many guesses I still have, so it's basically the same thing, but this, how many guesses I have, is better. How many guesses I have, and then colon to make it look professional. Okay, now we have this. Put this here. Okay, now we have this. How many guesses I have. So then we set on flat click set how many guesses I have to 8. Okay, 8. And then when you set it to 8, this becomes every time you pick something. For example, 50 is a guess like this. Too low, try again. Like 50 is a guess because it's too. This is only if the guess is too low or too high, and if it's too low or too high. And then we change how many guesses I have by -1. Okay, and then you want to duplicate this here so you don't have to type in -1 again. So Now, if we need another if then statement, if put everything in the forever loop, because the forever loop is always the main loop here. Okay? Now, if and then equals if how many guesses I have equals 0, then we want it to do this, exactly the same thing, but just you want it to say that's all your guesses not correct. So that's all your guesses. Do you want to try again? And then now we're good to go. And at another time, why not to tick this box is 90. Okay, the random number it shows is 90, and then you have it correct straight. Okay, so that's why you tick off this box, but you can also go to hide variable this, but this is easier and your program is a little shorter. Now make a block called start over. But just because you made a block called start over, it doesn't mean it starts everything over. Define start over. That means you have to tell what start over does. So when there's nothing programmed here, it does nothing when you put start over. So we insert start over here. And what we want is that start over is to start everything over. So we duplicate it like this. Okay. Now we have this, everything same. It's actually the same thing, but when we go here, it goes here and does everything here, and then it goes here and does everything here again until you say no once. So let's see if it works. So I'll try. It's the number 50 is too low, 75 is too high, 65 is too high, 55 is too high. Why is it always under 55? 54 is too high. Correct, you want to try again? I want to put yes. It asks everything again, so okay, now 50 is too low, 75 is too low. Okay, this time 75 is too low, 85 is too high, but 80 is too low, so it's between 85 and 80. So between 85 and 80, I will choose 83 is too high. Must be 82 or 81. Correct, you want to try again? Want to say no? It stops. Bye bye, thank you for playing. And then everything stopped because flag's gone. But as you saw here, there's a rainbow effect at the background. So to do that, it's pretty simple. You go to stage, and it's actually the most simple thing I've ever learned, but it looks so hard. You don't have to draw 100 backdrops in different colors and always change between them. No. You just color the backdrop in this color. Okay, there's no option called rainbow color, but you don't want any of these. It doesn't really matter, you don't see it. And then you make a square any color, but this is actually doesn't really matter. This white one square is actually the screen, just because. So yeah, we go to code. With white it doesn't work, but you need any color. You need this and this, okay? We need this to this, and then controls, and then forever loop, okay? Change color effect by, well, okay, that's pretty okay, but it's too slow, and then it's suddenly so fast. I want it to, okay, that's okay, but my favorite is 5 because it changes between every color and not those colors which come in between. If you pick green, you'll get those bright colors. If you pick, say, a darker color, or you get those dark colors, but pick this green. So I'll show you the idea of the screen. 2600 100, okay? You can also type in here. You should actually be able to type it in when the flag is not pressed, okay? You can mess around with this, change fisheye. I don't know what that is. Brightness. So it always changes brightness. Okay, you want it to go to color, not brightness. Okay, so that's actually my game. So when we start it, there's an effect like this. Because I chose purple, there are not those bright colors. Okay, and here there are those really bright colors, if you see the difference. Look, this, well, the red is not so bright. As you saw, there's not even proper red, and here we just saw proper red. So that's the difference. If you pick the color 26 and then brightness 100, saturation 100, and darkness 100. So yeah, and the other way to show you is, instead of forever, you put repeat 8 times, and then you put this program under the repeat 8 times. So you just change it to 8, okay? So yeah, like and subscribe this video, share it with your friends, and I hope you enjoyed, and thank you. Bye bye.